Quality Assured Collision Road Trip is brought to you by Quality Assured Collision Services and our network of 18 auto body shops across BC.
It might be one of the province's best kept secrets. This week we're off to the BC Wildlife Park. Just a 15-minute drive from downtown Kamloops, the BC Wildlife Park is a can't-miss destination for anyone interested in learning more about the Indigenous wildlife of our province.
Our mandate is to connect folks of the world with BC wildlife, and there's many different ways in which you can do that. We believe that education is one big part of it, showcasing the animals in an area that they're natural habitat is another way. So most of our exhibits are quite large, larger than you normally would see in a zoological facility, but they're that way for a reason. We want to be able to give them enough room to roam if that's what they normally do, and be able to get away and seek shelter or shade or whatever it is that they would normally do in the wild. We'd like to try and simulate that here at the park.
One of the most engaging things going at the park is their series of up-close wildlife encounters.
This is Gontran, and he is a turkey vulture, so he's one of those that you will see when you're out here at the wildlife park. In the summer we do free flight demonstrations, so we'll fly him and a barn owl and some hawks and a falcon, so it's a nice big program. As we wind down in the fall and the winter, we do encounters. See, there's a lot of interactive kind of one-on-one where you can get up close and personal with a lot of our birds and a lot of our other animals. People are so amazed when they can be this close to a wild animal and he's okay with it, right? And then it's a good chance to be able to educate the public on why they're important to our environment and all that. So it's certainly a nice time to get a chance to talk to people.
This golden eagle was brought into the park after it broke a wing in a collision with a car. Like many of the animals here, it's no longer capable of making it in the wild, but they are able to help bring nature to us.
Although we are a zoological park, we really want to stress that our animals here are here for a reason, and they're not here because we just want to lock them up and have them there for everybody's exhibition. They're there for people to learn about the species, and a lot of people don't get up close and personal with a grizzly bear. Hopefully you never do, but here at the park you can learn about that.
The thing with animals at zoos or wildlife parks is they become what we call the ambassador for their species. You may think the environment is great, but if you don't get to see a turkey vulture up this close, you're not going to appreciate it, right?
Getting up close and personal is what it's all about for the Svensson family of Melbourne, Australia. Today they had a chance to hand feed Thunder the elk.
This is a great experience, yeah, and I really get to see some animals that you really, if you're out in the wild, be happy to see. Maybe not.
No, just wow, it's quite amazing just to see something that large up close. Yeah, no, it's a great experience.
That large too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The BC Wildlife Park is hoping more people come out and discover what they have to offer, and there's lots of it. They don't want to be BC's best kept secret anymore.
Once people get in the door, they're pleasantly surprised at what we have to offer, and once they learn about why we're doing it is also extremely important, and they see the value in why we're here and what we're doing.
Quality Assured Collision Road Trip has been brought to you by Quality Assured Collision Services and our network of 18 auto body shops across BC.
Closer to home, we're exploring Cornucopia celebrations. A festival favorite, definitely the Big Guns Winemaker Dinner here at Araxi. But a new one is the Whistler Chef Challenge. Side-cut chefs stamp their venison foie gras ravioli with squid ink. So innovative. But the Barefoot Bistro team trumped the competition. Their venison carpaccio was topped with a horseradish foam they froze with liquid nitrogen. Absolutely blew me out of the water, just like these next dishes. After the break, revisit a new supper club that is finding a monthly home at the Cup Bistro in Squamish.
Pretty much every country I've visited, there's a lot more communal dining.
We're there to bring it home. Shaw TV, your local voice.
Welcome back to The Express on Shaw TV. I'm your host, Nicole Fitzgerald. And more than 20 of the world's top champagnes and sparkling wines are being showcased tonight here at Araxi. Did you know that in the past, French kings were anointed with champagne? Well, it's the royal treatment for our next story as well.
Hi, I'm Aubrey.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are the Wedding Bells.
I just got engaged.
And I did not. We're on an adventure to plan the big day. Historically, the wedding cake was a loaf of bread that the groom broke over his bride's head. Today, the couple feed each other cake as a symbol of their commitment. Now, we all know how much Sarah loves her cake, so we headed to meet Jenny, the owner-operator of Sweet Retreats. What are the trends in cakes right now for weddings? What are you finding?
Definitely rental cakes and cupcakes. This year, a lot of purples. Purple is a huge color. Also whimsical cakes.
Whimsical is the key to my wedding.
One big trend in weddings is serving cupcakes. How many cupcakes do you have to make for a wedding?
You can serve only maybe 100 guests if you desire.
Only the front 20 rows will be getting cake tonight.
Who wants to take the honors?
Jenny put us straight to work.
Look at it, it's almost like my ring color.
That is a beautiful color.
Once the icing was ready, it was contest time. We have 10 seconds to see how many cupcakes we can ice. On your marks, get set, go.
Oh no, even pressure.
Okay, 2 1/3. Dun, da, da, da.
I know why people smush cakes in people's faces.
Then it was time to talk cake.
When you cut the cake, it's like, and you feed it to each other, it's like a symbol of fertility, right?
I think it should be trust. Is he gonna smush it?
Clearly, the wedding cake is an important tradition. I don't know if this is Italian tradition, but you freeze the cake for a year and you eat it on your first anniversary.
Yes, and you also save a slice for when your first child's born.
My grandmother kept a slice of my parents' wedding cake from 1968, and on the 25th anniversary,
they ate it?
We took it out of the freezer and defrosted it. So obviously that cake did something right.
Rental cakes are the practical way to showcase a multi-tiered cake. The cake cutting would be a little different with this here rental cake.
You know what? You're still cutting it and no one knows.
Really?
It's still real icing.
I thought I was being funny there. You cut through the styrofoam?
No, you're gonna cut the top cake.
This.
Oh, okay, got it.
Aubrey gets it.
While Jenny did all the hard work, Sarah and I sampled the product.
You got some chocolate in your teeth, Audrey.
That's what you saw.
That's why you have your bridesmaids, so you can go like this. Do I have cake in my teeth?
Sarah and I are never here. When you order Sweet Retreat cakes, you don't end up with our, fingers in your icing.
And there's the top cake that you will eat that is real.
And after a few finishing touches, voila, our 3-tiered cake. And I think when we came in here, Sarah was thinking she wanted sort of a more colorful cake, but then she saw
I really like this. I love this.
And it was finally time to enjoy all the hard work. I can hardly wait to get sugar in my mouth.
Do I have it in my teeth? I just thought that these cakes tasted like something your grandmother made in her kitchen.
For Shaw TV, we're the Wedding Bells.
From sweet to savory, Qualicum Beach scallops, Tofino Dungeness crab, it puts the ocean into the Bubbles and Ocean after party. Now a chef and Morocco, that equates to a great night out in Squamish. Showcasing our sea to sky culinary talents tonight, let's revisit the Sup Dinner Club. Tonight we are reveling in food. And if we were going to talk about food in our next story, we'd be talking about milk bones. That's right, it's that time in the show again. Let's check in with the Squamish SPCA and Wagon Whistler.
Hi, and welcome to the Squamish SPCA. Here are some adoptable animals that we have. This is Hyde. He's about 6 months old. He's a neutered male. He is quite timid, actually semi-wild before we got him, but his socialization is coming along fantastic, and we need to find him a nice, patient, quiet home to go to. So this is Indy. She is about 9 weeks old. She's a spayed female, up to date with her vaccines and deworming. She's going to probably mature mid to large size, 50 to 60 pounds. Breed is anybody's guess. She's very, very mixed, but she's wonderful temperament and would make a great family dog.
Welcome to Wagon Whistler. We're about to introduce you to some of the wonderful animals that we have for adoption. Right here is Sophia. She's elegant and very tasteful, lots of fun and incredibly snuggly. She's definitely someone who would be a wonderful part of anyone's family. This is Comet. He is ready for retirement. He is a 7-year-old fella who has been dog sledding for most of his life. He's ready to take it easy, curl up by the fire, read a good book with you, or if you're in for a huge hike, he'll join you on that as well.
Love pets, love animals. The SPCA and WEG are always looking for volunteers to care for the Sea to Sky's cutest residents. This week's tail tip, snow is soon going to be falling in Whistler Village, so if you take your dog for a walk, you definitely want to wash off their paws. De-icer can aggravate their feet. Well, next we're going to head out to Squamish, where Morocco is being plated at a monthly supper club.
Tomato vinaigrette, which has some garlic, some shallots, ginger, fennel seeds, and preserved lemon. All the courses are sort of inspired by different memories of Morocco for me. The first course is I spent some time in a little fishing village in the south with some green olives.
More than just an appetizer under Chef Mark Cornett's care, these plates of Dungeness crab tell a story of Tarfaya, poised in the Western Sahara in southern Morocco. Befriending local fishermen, Mark was invited back to their home, where the fresh crab they netted earlier that morning was prepared with tomato and olive, exactly how it is plated today.
Starting with a Dungeness crab salad.
The reason I usually go to different countries is to eat, so it's nice to be able to share that with everyone.
Mark's company, poignantly named SUP, which means to eat, hosts monthly dinners in both Vancouver and here in Squamish at the Cup Bistro. Guests sit at long tables, welcoming conversation even amongst strangers.
It's nice to bring everyone together and sit together and eat together. Pretty much every country I've visited, there's a lot more communal dining than in North America.
There is plenty to talk about with duck, figs, and nuts wrapped in a phyllo pastry, a dish native to Fez. And then mackerel, a memory of the Assuera fish market where seagulls flooded the skies to gorge on entrails from the fish being cleaned.
The markets there are great, so many olives and pickles and preserved lemons, so many different spices, and yeah, a lot of fun to try and figure out what things are.
The Cup Bistro is trying to make explorers out of all of us by immersing us in food culture, quite literally here at the Moroccan Feast. But in addition to these monthly themed dinners, the Cup Bistro will be hosting weekly cooking classes. Their next adventure takes us to Bangkok with Thai cooking.
I'm also doing a cooking class here on Remembrance Day.
Having traveled to Siberia, Jordan, Lebanon, Turkey, Southeast Asia, and China, in between working kitchens at Lumiere Crew in Chin Chin, Mark spends as much time on an airplane as he does in a kitchen.
I'll be leaving to work in France sort of late spring, and then after that I'm going to sort of continue from Turkey and go to Iran and Pakistan and into India. Right now I'm set on Indian food.
Leaving guests' mouths watering for Mark's next culinary adventure.
Figs and prunes and almonds and a little honey yogurt and watercress salad.
The SUP Dinner Club's next feast is only mushrooms. It happens on November 25th at the Cup Bistro in Squamish. The hottest ticket at the festival, Cornucopia goes out with a champagne pop here at Araxi. But if you missed out on the event, don't worry, there's another elegant evening just around the corner with the Express Spotlight. Choose from an early seating or later gala dinner to ring in 2011. Executive Chef James Walt hosts both a 4- or 5-course tasting menu, coupled with DJ beats at midnight. Another black tie event. Help raise funds for the Whistler Healthcare Foundation by walking the red carpet. It's a beautiful evening of dinner and dancing with both silent and live auction. Get your Christmas shopping done early this year at the Christmas Bazaar. Browse arts, crafts, and baked goods at the Squamish Elementary School. The Whistler Film Festival returns and celebrates their 10th anniversary with 68 films, including 34 features and 34 shorts. Canada's Daydream Nation opens the festival. Visit whistlerfilmfestival.com for a full lineup. Another banner year for Cornucopia and another elegant evening at the Bubbles and Oceans after party here at Araxi. And that wraps up this week's show. If you'd like to see your story idea on the Express, drop us a line at seatoskyexpress@shaw.ca. You can now get our show online as well at start.shaw.ca. Just scroll down to BC in Whistler. Join us next week. We're going to be exploring volunteer jobs in the Sea to Sky. So until then, from all of us here on Shaw TV, thanks for watching and chin chin.